Hey guys, Lysandra Everett here. And yeah, pardon me, drinking my water. I have been thirsty as all get out. I just got back from Denver from the Empower Network Don't Be a Wussy event. And if it's one thing I can tell you, I felt like I could not drink enough water there. I don't know what it is. That was my first time ever being in Denver, and I was drinking water like a fiend, and I could not stay hydrated. I mean, it was warm there, but it wasn't so hot. I mean, I live in California, so 114 degrees is kind of common, but you know, it was only in the upper 80s or 90s there, but whatever. So I am still trying to get rehydrated. I feel like I just need to drink a gallon of water a minute, but whatever. It's got nothing to do with this video. So, but what I want to talk to you about today is, you know, something that Dave Sharp talked about at the event. And this happened on Friday night. So if you've seen Dave Sharp at all, you know he's really not a formal kind of guy. But when he busts on the stage and he has some slides ready, you know, that meant I knew I had to pay attention. But what he talked about was really some characteristics that you need to have as a leader. And I really thought what he shared was simple, but it was really right on time. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go through what he talked about. So, you know, and it's really I think it's 5 things, but okay, so here we go. So the first one is you've got to have vision. You know, in short, you need to take time to dream and dream big. You need to know where you're going. I mean, if you don't have a vision, you're telling people to follow you. Well, follow you where? Where the hell are you going? Right? So, you know, if you find yourself listening to this thinking, well, I don't have a vision, then you need to stop now and get one. Right? You just need to take a few minutes and let your mind quiet down and just start letting your mind work. You know, don't expect some grand epiphany to come all of a sudden like, da, 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 I'm going to be... No, it doesn't work that way. But when you practice this on a daily basis, you start to get pictures in your mind of things that you want to do and want to become. And you know, when you're out, you go places, you see things, and if something sticks out to you and say, oh, I think I might like to do that one day. Tuck that in the back of your mind, and when you're sitting here practicing dreaming and stuff, that stuff comes back to you. Okay, the second thing that you need to have to be a leader is passion and purpose. So I looked up these definitions, right? So passion is defined as a strong and barely controllable emotion, right? Passion is a strong and barely controllable emotion. Purpose is the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. So purpose is a reason. So if you put all of that together, you have to have a strong, barely controllable emotion for a reason that you're doing something. So you can't go about things all haphazardly like, yeah, I'll do that today if I feel like it, or, oh, it doesn't feel good, so I don't want to. No, when you have a vision, you also have to have the passion and purpose behind it, so that that's what fuels you forward. You have to believe with every fiber of your being in what you're doing. You have to be able to convey that passion and purpose to your audience in order for them to believe in you. The next thing is you've got to have communication and mentorship available for the people that you want to follow you, right? So first, let's talk about communications. We know that communication skills are a must, but it's not just being able to convey information, but you also have to be able to reach people, the people that you intend to lead. So you've got to meet them where they are. There's no need of you talking like you're talking to a bunch of doctors when your audience is a bunch of moms, right? The language is not the same. You're not going to be, so don't go using $10 words when you can use a 50-cent word and get the same point across, right? So you've got to meet people where they are when you're talking to them. Talk on a level that makes sense. And mentorship is the ability to really shepherd people in the direction they need to go. I want you to get a mental picture of a shepherd with a herd of sheep, right? So is he going around leading each one by the collar? Come on, baby, come on. No, he is leading the way and the sheep follow, right? Now, and when one gets lost, the shepherd finds it, brings it back to the herd. He might have to tap the sheep on the booty a little bit to get him going in the right direction, but he's bringing them back to the herd. The same goes with business. Mentorship is guidance, not hand-holding. As a mentor, you're not always going to be somebody's friend. You're going to have to do the things that are unpleasant. You're going to have to say the things that are unpleasant. But everything is done with the student's best interests at heart and really shouldn't be taken personally. Because as you grow as a mentor, you've been the student as well. So you understand both the dynamics. If you've had a good mentor, they've said some things that help build you up, and they've said some things that just cut you to the core. But it's all with the purpose of helping to develop you to make you a better person. Okay, the next one is what I thought was really cool is Dave says you got to be a cool mofo, right? And it really cracked me up when he said this because Dave was just hilarious. But what he was explaining is that you need to be able to keep your head, all right? Don't be running around here spazzing out over the simplest little stuff. You know, who really wants to follow someone that loses control at the first sign of trouble? No, you have to keep a cool head when the obstacles come. No matter what the challenge is, you have to show that ability to persevere. You might be freaking out on the inside, but don't be flipping out and losing your mind just because you broke a nail. Okay, well, the nail I can kind of understand, right? But you know what I mean. You have to be able to maintain that control and just not lose it whenever something doesn't go your way. But the last thing and the most important thing he talked about was really being yourself. I mean, so many times people try to be someone other than who they are. They see successful people, they want to act like them, and they want to move like them, and they want to do this and do that, when it's not inherently who they are. The truth is you just have to be yourself and be okay with who you are. Am I saying you can't grow and change? Absolutely not. But genuine growth is different than pretending to be someone you're not. So you have to identify your strengths and weaknesses and align yourself with people to complement that so that you are stronger as a leader and not trying to be something that you're not. I mean, take me, for instance. I am a self-professed scatterbrain. Okay? So, but that doesn't mean I can't be a leader. That just means I need to have mechanisms in place to help me focus. So know what your strengths and weaknesses are. Get yourself tools and stuff to help keep you straight and focused. And partner with people who complement your strengths and weaknesses and makes you a better team. The last thing, really, he made a note that about failures. Failure really isn't failure, okay? Failure is just feedback, right? So a great example of this is a heat-seeking missile, right? When the missile takes off, it goes off in one direction. But as it starts to veer off course, then adjustments are made, right? So that's the same in business and in life, period. Failure is just feedback that you need to make a course correction. It doesn't mean that you have failed at your mission. So when the failures come, and they're gonna come, okay, but that's what's gonna give you the experience to help give your team some guidance. You can't guide and relate to someone if you've never been through anything, okay? Go through some stuff. When you go through some stuff, then you can tell people what's going to happen. So don't be afraid to get those failures. Don't be afraid to get that feedback, because you need that and it helps you grow. Okay, so I hope this helped you out. So if you plan on leading somebody, anybody, first you got to start with yourself, right? But just know that you need to have those things in place, and look at this list. Right? Listen to this list over again. As a matter of fact, I'll go over them again for you. So 1, you got to have vision. 2, you've got to have passion and purpose. 3, you need to have communication and mentorship. 4, you got to be cool. You got to be a cool mofo. 5, you got to be yourself. Okay? So that's it. Go back through that list and see where you are. And you might find that, hey, you're on the right track. And if that's you, great. You might find that you need a little work. And most of us need a little work. Okay? Cool. So I got to get out of here. But listen, if you're really wanting to develop yourself into a leader, then I'd like for you to consider partnering with us, because that's what we do. We help develop leaders in our industry. So what you need to do is click on the link, put in your email address, and watch the video, and then get started. Very simple. Okay, so this is Lysandra Ever, the Millionaire Millspouse, signing off. I gotta get out of here. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Oh yeah, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Okay, really. All right, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.